I haven't made a dessert in a while, and someone asked me to do a dessert, something kind of fancy, and I thought chocolate mousse. And that made me think about my college days, because that was the last time I made chocolate mousse. A friend and I got together and we decided we were going to make this mousse. We divided it up between 2 beer mugs and started eating. We got a quarter of the way through our chocolate mousse and just started laughing because there was no way we were going to eat all that mousse. There was enough mousse there for 8 people. So anyways, that's what I want to make today, chocolate mousse. I have here 1 pound, 450 grams of semi-sweet chocolate broken up into small pieces, to which I'm adding 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. In my case, it's clarified butter because I don't have any unsalted butter. And don't do that. Don't do that. Don't add the egg yolks. That's 6 egg yolks. Those go in later on. But I got away with it. I'll explain that. And then I'm adding 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. That's about 100 grams. And then I'm going to mix all of this together. By the way, I'm using Hershey's Special Dark Semi-Sweet Chocolate, 1 pound. I've heated water to a boil. I'm reducing the temperature down to simmer. And then I'm going to put the chocolate on the top. This is what I was supposed to do, just chocolate, butter, and sugar. And then heat this only until the chocolate has melted. Remove it from the heat and then add the 6 egg yolks. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of orange liqueur. This is Cointreau. Because I have it, I'm adding a couple of teaspoons of hazelnut extract. It just adds a little bit more to the flavor. And then I'll stir that in. This is how I got away with it. I check the temperature. Chocolate melts at a lower temperature than eggs cook. So I was very careful to heat this only until the chocolate melted, but before those egg yolks cooked. Otherwise, I would have ended up with chocolate flavored scrambled eggs. I need to whip some egg whites. So those are 6 egg whites. The yolks and the egg whites came from large eggs, and I need to whip this. I'm using the little whisk that came with my immersion blender. I have my egg whites whipped to stiff peaks, as you can see how well it stays in that spoon. Now to this, I'm going to add 1/2 cup, 100 grams of granulated sugar, and I'm going to add it a little bit at a time as I whip that in. And if it deflates the egg whites a little bit, you just whip a little longer to bring it back up to stiff peaks. Put about 1/3 of the whipped egg whites into the chocolate mixture and just stir that in until it's well blended. I don't have to be too gentle with this right now. Then transfer that chocolate mixture back into the egg whites. Mix very gently by folding the 2 ingredients together just until they're blended. You don't want to work it too much, otherwise you'll deflate those whipped egg whites. I'm going to plate in different ways. In this case, I'm using a drinks glass. What is that, an old-fashioned glass or a lowball glass? Going to pour some of my mix in that glass. Got to get some on the counter. That's a requirement. And when you fill anything up, you want to leave enough room at the top for whipped cream. I also have some handmade glasses from Italy that a friend from Italy sent me. I have 2 of these, and I never use them for drinking, but they make a great dessert dish. So then, trying to be as neat as possible. All this stuff is dripping. And then fill these glasses again to the point where you have room at the top for some whipped cream. Here are my dessert plates. These have to go into the refrigerator to cool and set. It takes about 2 to 3 hours. Into a chilled bowl, I'm pouring 1 cup, 235 milliliters of heavy cream, also known as whipping cream. And to that, I'm adding 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I keep it in this little dropper bottle. Each one of these droppers I know is a 1/4 teaspoon. And then again, using my immersion blender with the whisk attached, I'm going to whip this cream to stiff peaks. Now that I've got the cream to soft peaks, I've got here 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. And again, using the whisk, I'm going to blend this in, just adding it a little bit at a time, and then finish by bringing this up to, as I said, stiff peaks. So here is one of my mousse desserts. This has been in the refrigerator for 3 hours. And there's my cream whipped to stiff peaks. Just spoon some of that on top. And then what you can do if you want is garnish it. I'm going to put a little bit of cocoa powder in a little sieve and just dust the top with a little bit of cocoa powder, just for appearances. I had my dinner. It's just after 6 o'clock, so I'm ready for my dessert. Oh, this is nice and thick. Look at that. This has got to be good. Yeah, that's good. If I had to complain about one thing with this recipe, is it doesn't dissolve the sugar that I put in. So there's a bit of a sugar crunch with my teeth. Maybe that's a good thing, I don't know. But that's good. So excuse me, I'm going to go enjoy my chocolate mousse for dessert.